Alright, there we go. I got audio. Test, test, test. There we go. That's good. Beard is scrubbed. Yes, I got all the ice cream out of it, which there was quite a bit of ice cream. It was starting to cake, which is gross. Yeah, so got that cleaned up. Got myself cleaned up. Feeling good. And, yeah, I'm getting the all the files transferred now. It's about 3/4 done. So that should be done here in just a second. Let me get on Discord and let everybody know we are streaming. So let's get some clips. Gotta make some clips off this thing and start posting shiznit, chat, because I don't post enough. I need to start doing that. So, they're called magazines, not clips. Oh, yeah, very funny. What's up, Happy? Try editing tonight. I know. I know, track. Just need to get her done. What type of magazine? Yeah. All right, 20 seconds, and this should be done. I have not watched this, of course. Hopefully it caught everything we want it to, and we'll be able to watch it in its entirety. So, alright, it's transferred over. Open it up. I actually got several people's stuff on here. This is not all mine. Okay. I think this is it. Oh, actually, this is okay. This is actually one of. No, let's see here. You look like you won. I don't. What do you mean? I look like I won? That was Ryan. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. Here's the recap. Need that there. Alright, let me go and do this. I'm going to turn my mic down so we're not getting feedback. So, yeah, lots of fun. If you guys want a little bit more recap on the tournament, at least on me talking about it, that was the last VOD. But, so I said I was going to get this, the video, crap, my hair is all kinds of crazy. I expected to get the video downloaded to my computer, and so I was able to record this, and so this is my first time watching this match. So this is at the end of a very, very, very big room. There's 5 other rings, including this one. There's 6 rings total, and each one has a ref, and there's a scoreboard. There's a digital scoreboard. It's pretty nice, and so you can kind of keep track of what your scores are and whatnot, and we should see the ref calling for points and everything, and I'll kind of talk you through why he's giving points and why he's not giving points in some cases. And yeah, so this is my very first match. There's only 2 other competitors in my division, so especially with local tournaments, and at my rank and at my weight, there's not a lot of competitors out there. So I compete in what's called the Masters division. I compete in the 20-year-old division as well, but there was no one there. So you know, I was hoping I would have competed with anybody. But as far as people in my rank and my weight, these were all the people that were available. So they stuck us all in the same division. This is for Purple Belt. This is right next to the airport, KSI Expo Center. And so without further ado, let's go and watch this shiznit. hold on just a second. I'm gonna put this audio through my headphones so you don't get a lot of feedback. Because if I can keep the microphone unmuted this way, so I can hear it as well. Oh shoot! I got to turn my. Did you get nervous being in front of this many people? Oh, there wasn't a lot of people. I mean, so there's actually probably more people watching from the other side than there was this side. So, yeah, there's. I mean, there was. Don't get me wrong. There's a decent number of people, but there's. It wasn't. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds of people there, but I wasn't really worried about that. I mean, it does make me. I will say there is a little bit of intimidation because I'm wearing the marathon gear. I'm representing my gym, my academy, my coach, all my fellow teammates. So there is that type of anxiety. But otherwise, I mean, it's it's just nerves. Right before the match, I'm adrenaline dumping. Like it's which I've experienced before. I've been in the past a very accomplished competitor in martial arts. I've been in the ring kickboxing. I have a 3-0 amateur kickboxing record. I've won state and regional and national judo competitions. I've won BJJ competitions before. I mean, I've done hundreds of divisions in weapons and kata and sparring. I've done all that. So this is I've been there, done that. But I still get nerves. It's just name of the game, and that's what's so good about going to tournament is you get to put yourself in this position where it's a high stress situation. You're adrenaline dumping, and you still need to perform at a high level in order to do well. So yeah. This guy was pretty tall. Audio's a little crappy off this microphone. I'm working on a hip throw right now, waiting for him to let go with his left arm. That's a pretty nice.
Hey, grab the shit! Grab the shit!
I hear my coach talking about me.
I was like, they said, do you want this division or the young guys? I don't know about that.
Yeah, so I did not get points for that takedown because I didn't secure a dominant position about that. So yeah, I didn't. I wasn't able to. I didn't get points for that throw, as nice as it was. So right now I'm trying to make sure he doesn't get a dominant position. So I gotta be really careful. So right there, so guard is not a dominant position, right? So you don't get points for holding guard. But if he passes my guard, which he started to, and if he gets side control, he gets 2 points. And so that's why Trey, my coach, he was like, "Hey, you do not control the inside knee." And I did. I heard him. And I knew exactly what he was talking about doing, and so I did that, and I entangled it up with my legs, which is half guard. So he did not get any points there. So if you watch this again, he starts to make this knee cut, and and so that's why I start scrambling like crazy. I'd secure the half guard.
Do it again. Push on the knee again. Push on the knee again. Belly down. Very nice. Very nice.
So now I'm just getting up in position. Yep. Now they're going to restart us in the middle. So I look at my coach. I'm like, did I not get my 2 points? And I like for the takedown. He goes, and then you hear Trey. Yeah, coach. So the guy you hear yelling is my coach. So that's what I was like. Did I not get the 2 points? It's like, well, because I didn't secure dominant position. See, in judo, In judo, you get to if you get the perfect throw, like it's an automatic win. And so I just got this. Still got this mentality of getting an awesome throw in and like not realizing that hey, in BJJ you got to follow it up, right? And so I'm still getting through all that. You haven't missed much, Ben. I'm gonna show the highlights again. So anyhow, so right now I get up to my feet. No one scored. The score is still 0-0 because I didn't get points for the takedown because I didn't secure a dominant position, and he wasn't able to secure side control, so no points scored still.
Very nice. Stand up. Stand up. Back in bounds. Still 0-0. We're good. No, because you got to secure it 3 seconds. It's not game, so it's all good. 3 seconds you got to secure it for.
Absolutely says. Glad to do it. This is homework for me. I haven't watched this yet, so this is going to be good for me to kind of observe myself and figure out what I need to do better next time. We're the same size, actually, Willie. We're the same size. So he's got a good grip on me, controlling my entry. I can tell he's trying to set up a judo throw. Just by the way, he's, yeah, we're same weight. He's a little bit shorter.
Hey, put some feelers out there so that you can see how he responds, and then we'll find more open. That counter go will be there on the same thing. Follow up with the good sweep for the lead leg when you do that. Hit it with the 1-2.
Domingo, Moya, and Taylor Blueprint to mat 6, please.
I like grabbing the belt. But he's keeping really good control of that his right forearm right now, keep me from entering. So I'm waiting to see if he's going to give it up. Try to Uchimata attempt. He's still blocking, and now so I got to get rid of that arm or do something different. Yeah, jiu-jitsu matches don't normally stand up this long, but because we're both jiu-jitsu or judo. Oh, someone knocked the camera, darn it. Yeah, he's a black belt in judo as well. I'm pretty tired. My nerves are frying me. So now he's bending over a lot, so I think this is where I start working on get a circle throw in. And there's my Tomonagi. So right now,
shake it down. Shake. Heavy right, so beautiful. Cross your ankles. Cross your ankles. Cross your ankles.
I should have crossed my ankles. I did not cross my ankles.
Hey, you got 2 minutes, brother.
So there I got, so you see him scoring my points. I got 2 points, then I got 4 points. So now I'm trying to get my leg free. Yeah, you cross your ankles to. So now he's getting me closer to his guard.
Get a coach to mat 4 for marathon
So now I'm trying to get his legs away out of my leg, and he's keeping a good half guard on it. There we go, cleared it. Now I got north-south position, and he's going to award 3 more points. So at this point, I'm grabbing his pant, I'm just grabbing his belt, I'm trying to secure him and just kind of wear him out a little bit. Because he is still being real, he's got some power. So I'm just kind of crushing him. Apply pressure, wear him out. I don't have to, I'm not in a rush. I've secured my points. And so I'm just going to let him kind of wear himself out a little bit and make for a submission attempt. I'm waiting for him to open up an arm and put in a position and then just time. Which I was kind of surprised. It didn't feel like 7 minutes. It went by quick. Whew. That was fun. Yeah, I think it was 12-0. No, I won on point accumulation. So it's a 7-minute match, and you either win. You can win a couple of ways. One, you can. It's either by submission. So he's going to tap because I got him in an arm bar or choke or something like that, or you can choke him unconscious. That's a win. You break an arm. That's a win. I mean, you don't try to do that. I mean, most people tap. But yeah, then throw. So, or you point accumulation. So you get points for different things. So I got, the scoreboard is 12-0 by the time it's all said and done. So I got 2 points for the takedown. I got like 4 points for the first pin, then 2 points for the pass, and then another 4 points for another pin. It was like 12-0, which I honestly, I don't know how I got that many points all the way up to that point. The rules for every organization is a little bit different. So, yeah, I am exhausted. I thought I had 3 throws in, but I guess I only had 2. I don't know why I was thinking I had 2 throws in, or 3 throws in. So let's, I'm going to break it down again, a little bit more about the highlights of where I'd like to. Two, 4, 3, 3, yeah, 16. Okay, yeah, that would make sense, Nuge. So I'm going to take a look at this throw, though, and kind of look at the setup. And, no, Emily, I was just by myself. This guy was super cool, dude. I should talk to him beforehand a little bit. He's from out of town. He's got 1 stripe on his belt. We don't do stripes at my school. So, So right here, I like grabbing the belt. One thing that I really like to do is grab the belt because it gives me entry to do a lot of hip throws. He didn't take the bait. He really didn't, which was, and that just indicative of him and he knew what I was going for. And then what you see is he's really controlling my entry with this arm here. So because if I compress that arm, then I meet his elbow, and that stops all progression into where I need to get. And so I was gonna wait and see if he let go of it, but he ended up giving it to me. So he goes in deep for a throw attempt, and he's getting ready to get up. And when he gets up, that's when I got that belt grab still. And because that arm wasn't a factor anymore, I was able to pop over my hip. And so I got him free and clear there. But because I didn't commit weight to him. I stood upright too long. So right there, he's going in for, I don't know if he's going for like a fake like reap or something. Oh, dang it, Can I watch this in slow mo? Play back. Speed. Slower. Okay, there we go. Play back. Slower. Because I want to see what I did right. Comes in. And I should. So there was too much space in there. That's the difference between, you know, I trained to be too nice in the gym, where I don't land on top of you. I should have threw him and purposely landed on top of him. So, which is mean, but this is tournament. Like, this is what you do, because I didn't land on top of him. He was able to. He had enough space between me and him to roll out, and I was not able to secure position. Otherwise, I would end up in side mount and side control, which is a really great position. So, yeah, he wasn't near deep enough for his attempt. Watch this get even slower. Yeah. He's going in, stands up, boom. So, but because we're now in guard, which is kind of, it's a neutral position. Why does he grab your belt? I mean, there's disadvantages with grabbing the belt as well. So I'm trying to go into like a De La Riva position a bit. He's grabbing and holding my feet though. I should have wrapped his leg up a bit more with that foot. I was not in a good De La Riva, so that allowed him to get there. And I immediately had to fight that inside knee and half guard it. If he would have had on for a couple more seconds, he would have got points for that. I'm actually laughing because I'm actually laughing because I made a comment to the guy I'm fighting with. I was like, man, that was a good throw too, and he started laughing as well because I didn't get points on it. I was getting my forearms were fried. Yeah, he made it pretty easy for me to get up. I mean, let me take a look and see what he did wrong. So, he was really... So, I think what he was trying to cut his knee out. In order to cut his knee out from this knee cut is you have to kind of point your hips away from me. So, he's trying to be a little bit careful, you know, with his with turning over too much. So, I was just pretty wiry. Look, I'm like, he's still got control of my upper body, but my lower body is twisted all the way around, and I'm on my knees, and that's when he starts to lose me, and then I'm able to get up at this point. And I knew we were out of bounds, and they're gonna reset us as soon as I stood up, so that worked out for me. All right, so we're. So I got really close getting thrown. So right there I was trying to go for another hip throw. So he's playing with those reaps, but he's really low. It's hard to do reaps and sweeps when you're really bent over like that. Did he have anyone coach for him from the side? No, he did not. So I was doing the same thing I was doing before. I was grabbing the belt, right? And that was, you know, what got me my first throw. He's kind of wised up to it. He's really controlling me with this arm, not letting me get in to that hip zone again. And so now, right here, I'm in a really bad position. I should have gotten thrown here, honestly. I was lucky. If he would have committed a bit more to that throw, because right now I'm really off balance. If you see, he's actually in a good spot. His leg's behind my leg. If he would to hook it and reap it and pull it out, with me continuing to move backwards, I would have fallen and he would have got points and potentially landed in a down position. But he recovered his foot there. I got my foot out of dodge, and I'm like, all right, we got to be careful about that. So I'm resetting too, because I'm like, I got to get rid of that grip. That grip was allowing him in, because you got to think, when I'm over the top of his shoulder grabbing his belt, I can't resist his approach on that side of his body. So there are risks to grabbing the belt. So here's the thing too. I got distracted. I went to look up at my coach, and that's when he made this move, and it was a really good move on his part. Watch this. You can actually watch this happen, and I felt like an idiot as soon as it happened too, because I looked up at my coach, and you can see my head go up, and then I feel him move, and I'm like, oh shoot. So watch here. I go to look up at my coach. I lose focus, and then I'm like, whoop, not good. And that was a really good entry, and I had to, but I was able to keep sprawled out do a one-legged sprawl and get out of bounds. Otherwise, that would have been a good takedown on his part. So now, one of the things I was picking up on, so I'm going securing the belt grip, is I noticed he was bent. He was spending a lot of time bending over. And so when you're bending over like that, there are certain throws that you become more susceptible to. That was an Uchimata attempt, but I didn't have the right grips to do that. So I should have been grabbing his arm. I can't really rotate him from this position. So I actually have really good foot alignment here. I'm actually in a really good position to do this throw, but I didn't have the proper grip. That's why I wasn't able to see. If I had this hand grabbing the elbow, I would have pulled it. I would have been able to pull it and rotate him a bit. So that was why I didn't get this throw. So what's happening is my leg is lifting into his inner thigh. It's called an inner thigh throw, or Uchimata in Japanese. And yeah, so this foot's going to start to raise and hit his inner thigh. It's one of my favorite throws, but I didn't have the proper grips. I should have been grabbing his elbow, because you can see he immediately puts his arm out, and he's not rotating, and he's going to start recover going outside the other way. At this point, it's all bent. He's using this elbow again to control me. I'm trying to bypass it, do something different potentially. He's pushing. I'm just noticing he's just being really, really. Now he's grabbing my belt. See that? So now he's starting to play that game. So I'm trying to be careful. I'm trying to have a brace here. And then this is when I think I hit it. Thought I sensed a major outside reaping throw there. Another Uchimata attempt, but didn't work. Same throw. I hear Trey saying, hey, you got to do something different, or followed up a different throw here. That was a nice. So what I did there is I put my foot in his gut, and I dropped into his feet, and that's what secured that that throw. Let's watch that a little bit slower. Is jiu-jitsu more throws and tackles? No, judo is more throws. It's all about, so I'll show you a judo match. This is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu match. This is not a typical BJJ match. I'll show you a typical BJJ match here in a minute. But this is not typical at all, because most jiu-jitsu usually ends up on the ground very quickly. But it's because this guy's got judo ability. and as do I. I think that's why, you know, that's why it's staying up on our feet. So I'm trying to get this. I have more videos on my phone, and I'm trying to see if I can get this started while we're going here. So I just gotta. Does he know? I don't think he does not know that I have judo as well. But he does at this point. Sorry, guys. 1 second here. There's not allowed to check the access. Gain access. Okay. I got a Wi-Fi transfer app on my on here that allows me to transfer videos. Download that. All right, cool. No, BJJ is BJJ is generally entails a lot of wrestling takedowns. You know, for several reasons. One is a lot of wrestling takedowns are a lot lower risk than a lot of judo throws, and judo is just a whole art in of itself too. All right, so here's slowing down. So if you watch, my foot is going into his stomach, and I got a really good. I'm doing this from the belt grip. So what's going to happen is, if you think about it this way, if I grab somebody and I drop here, I'm just going to bend them down, and they're just going to bend over, right? But if I have their point of off balance is here, and I pull them into their own feet, they start to somersault. If I pull them and I land in front of their feet, the top half of their body is just going to bend over, and you're going to end up in guard. But that's why you're trying to create a circle with this throw. You're trying to bring your weight down and into them, so it throws them over. And so that's the key to doing this throw, and I nailed it pretty well. So my foot is going into his gut, right his belly button essentially, and that's gonna, which you don't even need that. There's another throw where you don't even use that throw. This is called a Yoko Tomonagi, or side circle throw, and I'll show you traditional examples of this. But yeah, I actually got this pretty darn good. So if you see, I'm in the air, my foot's in his gut, I land, and you see where that's at, and so he's already starting to come over, and this foot is in his stomach, is just going to assist him. And then I'm going to roll right up with him into side control, and immediately try to get, and what I got to do immediately is get around this knee. I should have got around that knee. I should have got around that knee a bit better. So let me watch this a few more times. The audio is going to be, I'm going to mute this real quick. That sounds weird. You can submit them, yes. Just poor attempt at Uchimata. I'm on here. I got the belt. No, I just got him on point accumulation. So he's really bent over. Assessing what I want to do here. Come around. Step in. Boom. Boom. And I see what I should have done immediately. So he had a really good defense. He brought this leg in immediately, which is what you want to do in order to keep me from progressing into a dominant position. What I should have done is I should have got my knee in there a little bit faster, or brought my knee in past his knee and pushed it out to the left. I gave up position, because from here I also could have scissored, but I left it there, and I ended up getting half guarded. So that was a bad one on my mistake. But it was a good throw otherwise. I mean, it was decent. I'll take it. Take it. So I'll show you a couple of other. I'll show you another match. Another match that wasn't mine, but this is This is one of the guys the same rank as me. He's a lot smaller. Oh, actually, that was it. He's a lot smaller. Or should I say smaller? He's like 170 pounds, so he's not my same weight bracket. But he also did judo. So this is a more traditional BJJ match. Usually gets to the ground pretty quick, and now you're playing this real technical game. Ryan's a real good judo guy.
There you go.
Oh yeah, Stuggets. So now he's trying to get out of half guard. If he can get out of half guard and get side control and get another 2 points. No, they're same weight. They're the same weight. Now he's in full mount, so now he's going to get 3 points. So there's the scoreboard here. So I don't know why they gave him 11. Three points for the pass, four for the position, I guess. Well, this is what makes jiu-jitsu such a powerful sport. Is your position. Jiu-jitsu is all about establishing a dominant position and then submitting your opponent with chokes, arm locks, leg locks, ankle locks, anything like that. These matches are administered by national or local organization. This is a national organization called Fuji, BJJ. So they're all over the country. They do tournaments all over the place, every weekend, just about. In some place or another. So at this point, Ryan, because he's thinking judo rules, and I know exactly what he was doing, he actually got 2 points taken away because he picked up his opponent and started to walk him off the mat, or walk him out of bounds. In judo, you can do that. You can't do that in BJJ. And so he actually gets 2 points, or 2 points to the other guy. I think he gets a throw in here real soon too. So this is guard. He's got to get out of his guard in order to score points. Right now, no one's in a scoring position. This is considered a neutral position for both opponents. Ryan's got to watch out for the triangle choke here. Yeah, that's Ball Guy's a teammate. He's from the same school. So different rules get confused at the moment. Yeah, I mean it can. Oh, Ryan is a beast. Nice. No, it's not absolute. They're both same weight class. It's just a different weight division I am. You can do arm bars, arm bars, leg locks. This is everything you do in MMA, except you can't strike. Think of it that way. Yeah, Ryan's he's got some muscle on him. No one's black belt. They're purple belts. So in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it goes white, blue, purple, brown, black. There's only 5 belt ranks. Where's out of balance? Technically, it's the yellow, so the ref's probably getting ready to stand them up here. Yep, now they're going to get stand up because they're in the yellow. It's referee's discretion. I know Ryan is beat right now. He is beat. Purple belt matches are 7 minutes long, yes. No, Andrew, they had 2 other guys in my weight class. So right now they're discussing that rule where you can't intentionally walk someone out of bounds. Stuggett's ref's discretion. So because he reset them, he's getting them in the relatively close to the same position they were before. He reset them in the middle there. So right now he's getting ready to pass the guard, which is good for Ryan. So he's got to get rid of these legs, these knees that are blocking it, specifically this top one. He's trying to get if he can get his hips around this knee, then he'll be able to get his hips inside of what you would consider the guard or past his shield here, and they can flatten him out. And at which point he'd secure points for the pass. So this is called passing the guard right now. What Ryan's trying to do. So he's so the guy on the bottom, he's going to try to keep his legs in between him and his opponent on top, so that he can keep him from progressing his position. So hence he's getting back here, and now we're back to a different guard pass. So now Ryan's trying a different tactic. He's keeping his hips up really high. And you saw that he did an X. Trey said X pass, and Ryan did it. He immediately grabbed it and pushed that knee across. And then he got his knee in here, and so now he's inside this knee, and he's going to secure points for the pass. And so you see the ref awarding points for the pass. So now what Ryan's going to do is, so if you look, this guy's really trying to grab his knee and push it in between his legs, so that he can resecure a half guard or full guard position. When's your next match? I need to look. Oh yeah, head rush. Yeah, honestly, X pass is probably my highest successful guard pass. Yeah, that's me telling him to pull that arm up so he doesn't lose the. There you go. Right now he's like a 3/4 mount, but he's close. If that knee gets past his thighs there, he's gonna be in half guard like he is now. So now he's got to fight a half guard again. So there's not a lot of attacks that the top person can do until he gets past half guard. So yeah, look, it's 18-2 points. And there another X pass. Steal the knee in the belly. He's securing the position. Full mount. Now he's getting another 3 points. 2 minutes left on the clock. He's got to watch out for the ankle lock, heel hook. At 10-10, no.
Minute 40, Ryan. Minute 40.
I know Ryan is beat. Are you trying to look for submission in this sport, or just focus on control and racking up points? No, you're looking for submission. Yellow is out of bounds, yes. You're looking for submission. But yeah, Ryan's bald guy. But if you're looking, but here's the thing: sometimes you win by points, and so you can't disregard point accumulation. So here's the thing: you could be losing 0-50, but if you submit the other guy, you win, and points don't matter. The dude has a second belt to designate who the opponent is on the scoreboard. Now, that was a nice pass on his part, but Ryan is doing his part to make sure he stays under control. I don't know what the guy with his hair is named. Jared. So that was a nice. So right now he's a shoulder lock, and he called it, which I thought was weird. The referee called it, and he didn't tap, which I thought was weird, because in a tournament, maybe he did tap. Yeah, he did tap, maybe, I guess. So that was from a shoulder lock. Yeah, Kimura. So here's what happened. He got on top, and this is why you got to be very, very careful, even though you're on top. Because he's in a half. so he tried. He did a little pass there, and in the scramble, he's got this arm here. This is dangerous. So he had this elbow out. If you're in this position, you generally want to try to keep your elbow real tight to your body so this can't happen. But he had the opening, and he grabbed it. And the only if he gets it, if he grabs it and he pulls it outside your body, one of the only potential things you can do to get out of this is to roll. And so that's why the guy on top rolls intentionally, because he's afraid he's going to get it. So he yanks this sucker out, and so that's why he does a roll here. And Ryan was really, and so what the guy on bottom does is he wants to roll with him. So don't let him roll out. You roll with him so you can maintain it. And he's also got he's got his leg entanglement here in half guard a little bit. So now he's on top, and now he can tap him out with him on top because now he can't roll anymore. And he got in this weird position. This is actually kind of a weird position to be finishing a Kimura in. But he got it with a minute left on the clock. It's awesome. It's a great match. Cool deal. All right, let me. Kimura's usually on side control, right? I mean, Kimura's could be done from full guard, from side control. If he didn't throw his leg over the guy, could have put it on his back on the mat, relieving pressure. Yes. Yep. I do have a couple. What's up, Dead Mouse? Where's those other? Oh, okay. So this is actually one of our coaches, Stephen Graham. He's a pro MMA fighter as well as a black belt in BJJ. So, but this is a no-gi match. I don't do no-gi yet. I don't train it. It's something I need to start training. Or I'd like to. I don't need to, but I'd like to start training so that I can compete in it a bit more. But generally, ranking for BJJ is a lot different because they have this term. It's beginner, intermediate, and advanced. There's no belts. It's just you kind of go in there what you think you're at. I'd probably be intermediate at this point. Intermediate, and if I make brown, I'd have to be advanced. I don't think they want anybody that's a brown belt to be advanced, but I'd be at least intermediate. But this is black belt. But both these guys are black belts. Yeah. So Stephen Graham's in the green shorts. He's one of our coaches at our school. So this is what a high level black belt one is. Yeah, head rush. No-gi is definitely it's a different type of game here. You have a lot of wrestlers that feel at home with no-gi, of course. So a lot of people that did wrestling in high school or college will, generally go to no-gi. A lot of guys that train MMA, they obviously would rather do no-gi because it's more quickly, it's much more relatable in the techniques you would do in a MMA situation. So no-gi is they're not wearing gis. They're not wearing uniforms. A gi is a uniform. Like I was wearing when I was competing. No-gi is you wear rash guard. You can't grab the shorts. You can't grab grab the pants or anything. Is no-gi a skill you should pick up before you belt up? I mean, it's not required. A lot of schools generally have a focus. Some schools have a no-gi focus. Some schools have a geek focus. They're two different divisions. You don't have to compete in one and do the other. So. You're getting into pro wrestling? Oh, brother. This is actually off my phone. My phone takes just as good video as it seems like as that action camera, which is crazy. And I can zoom in. It is really good quality. This is my iPhone. I don't know why I called penalty in both. I don't even know why I called penalties on them. I don't know. So right now, Steven's trying to get his hooks in, which is his feet on the inner side of his thigh, because if he can get the hooks in, that's an extremely dominant position, and you get more points for that. Yes, this is actually a 10-minute round, I believe, because they're black belt. They're advanced. I think it's like a 10-minute round or something stupid. So he's trying to windshield wiper. So here Trey talk about windshield wiper. Windshield wiper is using your top part or the bottom part of your leg from your knee to your foot to kind of use it like a windshield wiper and use it to get around someone's leg. And that's exactly what he does there. And he's able to use that to walk around, potentially get it to his backside. He's in a turtle position. And then he's going to start dragging him back and or what we call a power half. So no points have been scored this position yet. But he's going to get a hook in here. Set a hook. And then power half. So right now he's going to drive this into the back of his head. And it's going to force him to roll. And it's going to roll straight into position, which is exactly where you want to be right here. So now he's going to stretch him out. He's got control of his top arm. He's going to stretch him out. Try to get that hook in. And just keep stretching, get the hook in. Ref's going to award points for that now. He's got back control. And now he's in a body triangle, which is even worse for the guy who had his back taken, so that's good. And he's got working the choke. So what's nasty about what he's doing, we were actually working on this class last week, is even if you can't get your forearm underneath someone's chin and mandible in order to get to their carotid, what you do is you go over their mouth like this, and then you use this arm to raise it up, and then you take the other arm and you secure through. So that's what. I almost trapped the arm with the power off. Yeah. So that's exactly what's going to happen here. That was slick, and he got it in, snuck it in there. So if you watch, the first attempt to get the choke doesn't work, right? He's doing that, and then pushes it forward, and he actually lifted up his chin, and then boom, got it. That was real deep. So that's a black belt level no-gi match. That was pretty slick. I gotta send that to Steven. Why is this not downloading? I don't know. Oh, that's why I just downloaded. So I thought I had another one. Oh, I do. Okay, this is a good one. So remember I told you about Ryan, right? He's why is this not downloading? Hold on, chat. This is a match I was wanting to watch, and I'll tell you why. This is such an accomplishment, and I gotta send this to Ryan. Why is this not downloading? Oh yeah, people have been choked. I've been choked unconscious. I've been choked unconscious. Happens at a tournament. Download blocked. Always. Oh, okay. Always allow. There we go. My Chrome is like up their security or something, because there's a lot of things that Chrome is all of a sudden disallowing. And because I'm accessing a local IP address, I got this cool app on my phone where actually it gives your it turns your phone into a local server you can access. And it's like it was kicking it out. All right, there we go. Now I got it. So this is Ryan. This is what's so hilarious. Ryan got done doing the gi match. Ryan signed up that day. Ryan didn't even think he was going to compete. Like, he was like, he didn't think he was going to compete. But he showed up because he went and signed up, right? So he wins his gi match, right? And he does well with that. He wins the match. He's getting ready to leave, right? Because he did lose his first no gi match. Well, then, he's literally getting ready to put his stuff away or grab his stuff and walk out the door, and they call his name. He goes, "Oh, I thought I was done." He goes, "Oh, frick, I'll go and do it again." I'm like, "Ryan, you might as well. You're here." His knee was bothering him a little bit, and our coach talked him into it. He's like, crap or get off the pot, man. And he's like, because it doesn't matter who you're up going against. Well, he gets in there, and he's going up against a black belt. So a black belt is a way above and beyond a purple belt, okay? Not saying that a purple belt potentially, maybe somewhere out there in the ether, a purple belt, maybe it'll get the better of a black belt, but that doesn't happen. So Ryan's a purple belt. He's going up against this black belt. Ryan's the guy that's bald in the green shorts there, and this is what happens. Ryan didn't hear it called, and he threw him. And so they actually took points away from him for that. So I guess he did throw him late. He just didn't hear it. I talked to him afterwards. I didn't even hear the refs say stop. So right there he said stop, but he didn't say it. He didn't hear it. And he just slammed him. So 2 points away from him. Or 2 points to the other guy. But what was kind of weird is this guy, the black belt, just continued to want to stand up with them. Which again, this is not typical of BJJ matches a lot of time. Usually end up pretty quickly on the ground. This is the iPhone 14. It's the latest iPhone. 6 mats head rush, yeah. This is a different division, Emily. So there's no gi and there's gi division. So there's a whole division where you can do it without a gi, and there's a whole division where you can do it with a gi. So, oh, nice sweep attempt. Nice. Uchimata.
Yes, nice reversal. Hey, keep him down this time. Take the back.
Banana split.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Whew, tapped him. That was great. Oh, we were all going nuts after that. I was like, what the frick? It's like we don't ever train that very much at our gym. So yeah, you're basically straining what is the groin muscle. It's the grassless groin muscle. When you do that, he got his figure 4, wrapped around his legs here. So he's got his legs locked, and then he literally, and you start grabbing it, and you're forcing them into a splits, and so. You can look. You can see it in the guy's face with the moment he's like, "Yeah, I'm not fighting this," because it is tight. So as soon as he gets here, locks it off entirely, puts that arm around his forearm or leg around his forearm, and yeah, you're done. Like he can literally tear. You'll start hearing things tear at some point if you're depending on how flexible or inflexible you are, and yeah, you can see it in his face. Oh my god. Oh, it's so great. Oh man, I feel bad for the guy, because he's a black belt getting tapped by a purple belt. At the same time, it was a very clean progression of techniques. And hey, it happens to the best of us. We all have our bad days, and Ryan had a great day. So what was hilarious about this is Ryan gets done. And it's like, hey, you got another match after this for first, right? For gold. And he goes, no, I'm done. I'm like, what do you mean you're done? He goes, I'm done. I said, I'm ending on the high note. He was wore out. He was really wore out. Again, for a guy that wasn't he showed up not even thinking he was going to compete till the very last minute. And I'm like, yeah, hey, if you're going to end on a note, end on tapping out a black belt. And then get the frick out of the Dodge. So he forfeited 2 matches because he would have went up again for first in gi. So he forfeit that match, and then he forfeit the up match after this, and he got 2 silvers. So that's pretty darn funny. Winning is hey, I would consider that a gold. I mean, frick, I tapped out a brown belt before. I've never done that with a black belt. That being said, I don't roll with black belts that often. A black belt my weight, I don't think I've ever rolled with a black belt that was my weight. So, anyhow, but yeah, that was a great. It was a lot of fun. I mean, it's a lot of fun because it's your whole it's your whole academy's there, and you're all supporting each other, you celebrate with one another, and there's a lot of times I got to sit in and actually help coach, which I've never done that in a BJJ tournament before, but that was a lot of fun, helping people coach different stuff. So, but all in all, great fun tournament. Yeah, had a lot of fun. Looking forward to the next ones when we can all compete again. So. But so he didn't get gold because he forfeited 2 matches. Yeah, well, so there are 2 different divisions. So there's a gold, silver, and bronze medal for every division, depending on what age you compete at, what rank you compete at, and whether it's gi or no gi. So yeah, of course, quite a few medals, but different medals and all that. But yeah, for sure, Craig. Like I said, I had a blast. It was a lot of fun. Looking forward to doing it again. Actually, I need to get this video off my phone while it's shooting video. Emily, no. I did not. I got some, this is me at the range. But low, I was kind of seeing how the video did. With the iPhone and low light. I mean, you can tell it's a lot more grainier. Oh, there you go, Head Rush. Oh, frick, yeah, gun content on. Yeah, you're right. Forgot about that. Yeah, they had gravel delivered out there for that was not live, in case YouTube was watching. Sorry, I forgot about that, but that was pre-recorded content. So silly. What kind of jeans do you wear? I wear Ariat jeans, which are not cheap, but they seem to fit the best, and they're comfortable, and they're usually boot cut. So that's what I like wearing. But yeah, the gravel's there for the French train I'm putting in over there. So I just noticed I was lagged way behind. My count was to Ryan taking down the black belt. I'm sorry. Yeah, somebody winning to the. I did forget. Did respond. Where are you? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, guys. So I'm gonna get up and go back to jiu-jitsu tomorrow morning. I just no days off, man. I honestly, as far as energy expenditure goes, I probably expended. Oh wait a minute. Wait a minute. I got some more matches. Hold on. Hold the phone. Yes, I do right here. Oh, hold on a second. I got some more matches. I got some matches of me being tapped. All right, so I need some humility here. Oh, it's copying over still. Hold on. Yeah, I got. So this is actually from. I think this is it. It's 225, 210. It's got to be. Yep. All right, so I'm waiting for that one. So in the meantime, let's go over the differences between judo and jiu-jitsu real quick while I'm waiting for these matches to download. Wow, I got 32 copyright claims on last stream. Wow. But no strikes. That's good. I'll do copyright claims all day. All the music I was playing in the background. So, all right, so here's some highlights from 2018 of judo is an Olympic sport as well. So, so judo, in judo, there are still arm bars, there's still chokes. You can still do kimuras, I think, depends on the organization. But also, one thing about judo is you can also win by pin. So if you pin somebody in side control for like 25 seconds, you get automatic win. If you pin somebody in full mount for 25 seconds, you get automatic win. You can go, I think it's 15 seconds, you get half a point. So there are point accumulations for actually just holding the pin. That being said, in judo, it's a very much so a stand-up grappling focused art. And so if you do not have, like, the ref ain't gonna just let you on the ground just trying to fight for something for more than like 10 seconds. Like if you're not showing actual progression and passing the guard and getting to a pin ASAP, they're standing you up. BJJ, you can be on the ground for 10 minutes. I mean, that's what it's a ground focused grappling martial art. So they complement each other really, really well if you can learn both, but they're really two different types of martial art, although there's a lot of overlap. And there's a lot to be learned from one to the other. So you'll notice, and also in judo, and the reason it's such a stand-up focused grappling martial art is if you throw somebody and they land on their back perfectly, then it's an automatic win. You know, there's that as well. MMA is better. Better what? Like it depends what metric we're using, right? Like it's like better. Why? Like what kind of better? You know, I could say I'm better than you. Like, but what does that mean? Not that I think I'm better than you, but I mean, it's like what better? What? Like, are we talking about emotionally, mentally, physically? You know, financial? Like, what are we talking about here? It depends. Just saying better. Ooh, that was crazy. So here's an arm bar. So you can arm bar in judo, but you're going to see a lot of throws. Those are all pawns. You get somebody land on their back, and it's an automatic win. It is the most injury-prone sport statistically in the world. Oh, that was a nice throw.
Welcome to Judo for the World, which comes to you from the French capital. Your commentator is former world champion, only known world champion, Neil Adams.
Villadin, going forwards, only knows how to attack. Now then, Sienagi!
So, ooh,
oh,
armbar
Ken
attempt.
caught her. Well, she shouldn't have climbed on her back there. That was a mistake from Villadin. The youngster just made a mistake, was looking for the Juji, and the Korean continued, took her onto her shoulder. Well, was it a score? Well, she gets a score for it. And now Villadin will have to come from behind.
Oh, wow, they gave her
This
points
young
for
lady,
that.
though, has the ability. Absolute.
So judo originated in Japan,
Previous round, Villadin attacks.
but it's turned into
Now
a
then,
international
is she
sport.
gonna go for the Sangaku? She doesn't want to stay there, Kang. That is not the place to be. And she's gonna turn that.
So the ref is like, unless you're constantly moving.
And she turns it into the Sangaku Gatame, and that was brilliant.
She's got her in a triangle choke, looks like.
She knew exactly what she wanted, and the Korean,
Or it's a pin.
well, she shouldn't have stayed there.
That was a pin.
And she paid the price. She really
They
did.
called that a pin.
This
Wow.
young lady here is set for great things. I think a future Olympic champion. She's going to get
Does the gi give you a disadvantage? That's something easy to grab onto? No, it can be a disadvantage and an advantage. I mean, as well, because you can. I mean, you can grab it, you can use it, you can choke people with it. Holy crap, she's only 17.
Under 81
Wreck.
kilograms, Japan were also showing off their youth as Fujiwara
Plus, you
Sakata
can get a lot of
made
injuries,
through to
period,
his
in
first
judo.
World Judo Tour final after this Tayatoshi Ippon against Canada's Antoine Valois-Fortier. There he would face the dynamic Korean.
So,
Lee Seung-soo,
so let me actually,
fire all day, throwing with a mix of devastating techniques.
let me show, okay, so here's a Tomonaga compilation of, this is the throw I did in this tournament today. So you'll see it, how each one of them set it up differently. Well, that was a long time to get that throw in. But foot in the gut, and then on their back. Wow, those are weird though. They stop. Yeah, there we go. Boom. Full upon. Full upon. Yoko Tomonagi. Ah. Yeah, you can adjust it, but they're not gonna give you time to do it. I should send in my. Oh, that was a nice one. Should send in my little clip. I can add to the compilation. Mine was almost like a traditional Yoko as well. Oh, there you go, head rush. Yep. Yeah, I'll show my clip again. That's nice. I need to watch mine again. It might have been. So that's one thing that's nice about a Tomonagi in BJJ as well, head rush, because if you lose it or if you don't get it, you end up pulling guard, and it's not, and there's a very low risk of being countered. So in that sense, it is it's not a bad way to go. Where? Okay, hold on. Is this video? Nope, not that video. Not that video. Not that video. Not that video. Oh, oh, right, yeah, can't show that. Can't show that. It's got evil machinery in it. Where'd I put that video? Is it on my desktop? I'm going crazy, chat. I did put it on my desktop. Where the frick did it go? Oh, I left it in the folder. Okay, here it is. Oh, that's the new one. Here we go. Nope, not that one. Yep, here we go. So...
Hey, get creative. Figure it. Find that throw. Hey, it's going to take a follow-up throw, brother. You have to get creative with a follow-up throw. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Step over the leg. Heavy right shoulder. Heavy right shoulder. Walk over the mount. Walk your hips to the left. Walk the mount, brother. Keep going. More lateral hip movement. Now shake it down. Shake, shake, shake. Shake. Heavy right, so beautiful. Cross your ankles. Cross your ankles. Cross your ankles.
Oh yeah, so that was a Yoko Tomonagi. The first one, the first throw I did, I think it's more of an Ogoshi. Or Utsuri Goshi maybe. Purple belt, same as me. But he's also black belt in judo as well, so. Yeah, that was definitely Yoko Tomonagi. So I got some other video. This is so I also record myself training in the gym as well. And I can watch later. I think one of these I got ankle locked in, which is good.
Yep. Try to float you for a bit and then start working into like pass counts.
So this is so I go to Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So Mir, he's a blue belt. He's one of the guys he's starting to compete internationally and everything. So he's wanting to work on training some very specific things. So I'm pulling butterfly guard on him. He's working on passing. So it's at the end of class. You know, you got, we do 5-minute rounds and open mat. So we're just kind of working on whatever we want to work on. I don't know if this is the video that actually had us doing live rolls. Self here. Oh, I thought I got another match beyond this. This guy's actually a Casey. He's a police officer. He's a wrestler too, so he's stupid strong. That's one of my favorite finishes. I do that all the time. I do this probably more than any other flow of technique. Is once I make full mount. So I did a flower sweep here, which was pretty slick. Slowest flower sweep ever. That was great. Yeah. So case point head rush. So there's my Tomonogi attempt, which was piss poor, and he dropped his weight really far back. And so what I end up with, I end up in an open guard, And so that that's one thing that's nice about the Tomonogi or the circle throw is that if I don't do it right and I just fall and he just collapses, well, now you're in my guard. And so he made the mistake of doing is keeping that foot up. And so if there's one foot up and he doesn't have control of that side arm for myself, I can go in and hook it. And then I'm going to use my legs to finish out the sweep. And I end up full mount. And then he's going to immediately start pushing on my knees, which is not necessarily the wrong thing to do. But anytime they do that, they're going to turn on their side. And you got to be really, really careful when you turn on your side to start pushing on the knee because you're going to expose an arm to an arm bar, which is what I start to work on. So I actually get the underhook here. And what I'm doing is I'm going to start pulling on it and get him up on his side. So I'm pulling, and then he actually shrimps it for me. My head's my butt's really probably too high, but I'm just gonna grab it, swing it around. I haven't watched this before, so it's been a minute. This was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, for sure, head rush, yeah. I really like arm bars. I generally do most of my finishes on arm bars. I usually grab corner first, then transition if I can grip it. Yeah. Yep. That's a pretty smart way to go. Head rush, what belt are you? Secured his back. Back up. How do I secure his back? So he went to turtle position. I went and moved around. Side. Got my meat hook in here. This is probably pretty risky on my part, but that wasn't too bad. I had the top hook, so I'm good. All right, awesome. Head rush. Just gonna flatten them out. Now when you got their back in this position, you start working on chokes. My number one go-to choke is a bow and arrow choke. And actually, so you see my foot. I started doing this, and this sucks when it gets done to you. And if you can get it, you actually push their arm down and you secure your foot. You push your heel into their abdomen, and it actually traps their hand. So not only do you have their back, but you also have one arm tied up with your leg. And so now you're able to work the chokes. He actually got free, but I'm working on bow and arrow choke. That's my most my go-to choke from back. I guess I left it go. I thought I got that on this one, but maybe not. I don't know why we were playing Jamaican music this particular day. There's the bow and arrow. So the match, I think I did a match with Matt. Matt is a freaking ankle submitting crazy person. So that's what we do for 30 minutes straight at the end of every class. Well, 25-minute rounds. You talk about a workout. What, Kenny? Yeah, he's got an injury, so he's been coming just to watch. And then you find somebody else to roll with. And I think I went with Matt after this. Oh no, Dalton. Dalton is somebody I'm hoping to train with a lot more because he's actually closest to my weight and we're same rank, and he is just a freaking solid guy. I'm not used to fighting people that are as big and as strong as me. This guy is he's a monster. He's a firefighter too, so he just lives. He's one of those guys that can work out 4 or 5 hours a day in the gym. You know, too, and also when it's, you know, when you're anytime you're going against higher rank, it's just so technical. But man, this is such a. I look forward to doing this every day. I know it's just, I don't know, maybe it just doesn't look like fun to some. Oh, I'm off camera, but. It's so much fun though. Her feet could seriously hook almost 2 more hands. Oh, jeez. I thought I had another video of me getting ankle locked. And it was... Oh, wait a minute. Is this it? Nope, that ain't it. Huh. What's up, Emily? Alright, I don't know what this is. I gotta take this off me. Oh, frick, I don't want it down. Extra large icons. What is that? I just need to get these all lit off of here anyway. So, anyhow, I guess that was all I had. I thought I had a match of me getting ankle locked. I know you guys would like to see me getting tapped out. So, it's great mentality. You know, and that's the thing. I will say, you know, that is really awesome about BJJ. I mean, these kids. Watching these kids just going after it at these tournaments is so freaking cool. Let me see if there's anything. I'm curious if anyone posted anything today. Nope. If you type in Fuji BJJ and look for anything released today, all that's there is my live stream. My gym is like 6 guys with nasty ankle locks, including our head coach. Yeah. So man, Matt is he's if I have any questions about ankle locks, I go to him, and he's awesome with the ankle locks, and and man, if you don't hide your ankles from that guy, he will find them. And he will lock him up. So it's you know, it's great to be able to work out with him. You have some saying kids comps. Watch the AOJ guys. Yeah, these kids I was watching today, guys. It's so cool to see. I mean, I feel bad for the boys, but it is awesome to see these girls, these, you know, like as little as like 7 or 8 year old girls, tap out these boys. Like, it's so awesome. It's like these girls are freaking, they're amazing, and they have more presence and confidence. They have just as much presence and confidence as some UFC fighters, like when they walk on the mat. And it's incredible to see that type of confidence in these kids at such a young age. And and BJJ is such a huge thing that gives that to them. It's very empowering. And so to see these kids be able to experience that and train that at such a young age is huge to their development, I'd say. And then not only that, but also, here's the thing. Losing in BJJ sucks, right? Because it's very rough, right? It's like you're going out there, you're giving it all, you're giving it your all. Like, you can't half butt BJJ. And furthermore, even if you are half-assing it, like the other guy ain't, and or other gal isn't, or whatever, the other kid isn't, and they are punishing you, and it's like, it's not pleasant to be pinned and armbarred or choked while you're trying to get out of it. And so a lot of these kids end up crying when they lose, not, because it's just because it's like, it's emotionally jarring. And we also talking with some of the coaches out there, but it's great that these kids lose. They need to learn how to lose, especially when they try to do something. It's very, very hard. They train for, months, or in some cases years, to do this, and then they go to a tournament and they're still not good enough to win all the time, and they lose, and they get emotionally, hurt by that. And it's great, because you need to learn that. Why? Because you're going to experience that in life 1,000 times, and you need to learn how to, emotionally process that, deal with it, and move on, and get back in the ring, or get back in the gym and train some more. You definitely. I think getting your kids in BJJ is probably one of the best things that you could do for your kids' development. And if I ever had kids, I would have absolutely put them in BJJ without a doubt. There's just so much. I mean, there's so many benefits to have as an adult, let alone as a kid, to learn that at that age. Holy smokes! Headrush, send me a DM on Discord. What age? Oh, frick! You could look at this. You got kids starting as early as 3 or 4 years old. There was a. This is one of the cutest things I've seen, guys. Here we go. Check this out. Where is it at? Oh, this right here. Look, this is one of the cutest things. This kid is like 1. Doing butt scoots across the floor. That's so cute. It's so cool. I don't know. I think it's great. Terrible for kids. Teach them they can solve their problems with violence. Oh no, that's not what it teaches them. Look, it's just like all of martial arts. There's a time and place for. And it's not violence. It's a time and place for roughhousing, right? They actually found that it's actually very important, especially for boys, to roughhouse with their dad, because and for social development. And it's very interesting to hear about that, because part of what the things are learning. There's a whole literally dissertation about the benefits of what we would consider roughhousing with adults. Or in this context, parents, but one of which is you're learning there's a time and place for that, right? Because there are some very natural violent tendencies that we have in us as humans, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's a time for and place for that. You know, and that's the thing with BJJ is it's very, very, very hard and difficult, and so you know, you're learning how to deal with, you know, with losing, right? You know, it's just like with wrestlers, they found that the emotional resiliency of kids that did wrestling as a kid was so much higher as an adult because they had wrestled. You know, and wrestling is rough, you know, if you want to call that violence, but it actually helps so much with their psychological well-being and their development as adults, from kids into adults. So bias studies, yeah, I don't know what you're basing that off of, but okay. But yeah, it's also great for self-defense. I mean, crap, BJJ doesn't. One thing that's great about BJJ is it's such rubber meets the road. You know, it's you can't do BJJ to the air like you do karate, right? You can do karate to the air all day long and get a black belt, you know. But until you can apply it, it's like, is it really worth anything? With BJJ, you can't train at the air. You're constantly working on somebody else that's giving you resistance, and it's actually a human being. And so, you know, I think the transition from doing that, you know, the transition from doing that from jiu-jitsu in the gym to out in the street it's not a very big jump. I mean, it's like I literally do this every single day. So when I go and do this, when I'm arresting somebody for, you know, that doesn't want to be taken to jail, and I'm trying to put them in a Kimura so I can handcuff them and take them away, you know, I do this every single day. I literally train 6 times a week to do just that, you know. And now, granted, there's some increased risk of like getting stabbed or sticking my hand in someone's pocket and getting, you know, poked with a needle and getting HIV or some shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, or getting shot and other people. I don't want to make it sound like it's easy, but or there's no other risk involved. But I'm just saying that the jump from BJJ in the gym to BJJ out in the street and using it in a self-defense context is not very big. There's no problem being solved with BJJ. Teach them how to learn from their mistakes. Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's rough, but I mean, I tell you, it's I've seen kids develop such a strong sense of confidence that I think is really, really important. They call it risky play. Megan, all right, interesting. Yeah, I remember I was listening to a whole dissertation on the deal, and it was actually really, really interesting, because that's one of the things I did always as a kid. Was my dad was always constantly roughhousing with us, and there was a time to start play, and then you kind of instinctively knew when playtime was over, and you also instinctively knew what were the rules. Well, when you're roughhousing with dad, there's no hitting, there's no biting, there's no scratching, there's no eye gouging. You know, we don't want to hurt each other, but we're going to be rough with one another, and that was fine. And so I do that with my nephew now. You know, it's like he's not roughhousing with me, but he loves to be thrown around. He loves to be tossed. I throw him into the couch. You know, I take pillows and I throw them at him, you know, and he knocks them over. And he thinks it's the greatest thing in the world for whatever reason. I think it's because the way his brain's hardwired as a male child. Because it's just so funny, because I couldn't do that with my niece. But I can do it with him, and he loves it. Like, he wants to be, you know, roughed around on the couch and the bed and all the cushions. Like, I throw them all over the place, constantly take them, and I make him do flips on everything. I grab him by one foot, hang him upside down, I spin him around. Like, I don't know why, but he loves that crap. And I know I probably loved that junk when I was a kid too. Girls like it too, but, you know, she wants to take me and show her dollhouse or some shit there, or show me her new drawings or toys, which I enjoy doing. But it's fun. Cool. Headrush, do you want to watch this? Do we want to watch this on stream? Do you want me to watch this on my own? Doesn't matter to me. Anything that gets kids in physical mental exercise is a good thing. Oh yeah, for sure. And BJJ is absolutely that. It is extremely physically taxing. All right, so this is Headrush's match, starting at 24, 4:15. So this is cool. We'll watch one of your all's matches. It's a Noki match. Copy that. Which one are you? If you don't mind asking. I have the short hair. Okay, cool deal. So this is head rush, guys. Whew, a lot of forearm play there. Ooh, Russian necktie. To a single leg. Nice. Ooh, watch out for that choke. Nice. Armbar attempt. Seatbelt. Nope. Side control. So this is probably one of the biggest control points I find. Side control is not just the shoulder, but also keeping his chin. If you can use your shoulder and push it and have it looking away from you. I will say when I started doing that, that really stopped a lot of movement in the guy on the ground. It's really focusing on the chin. I always thought the shoulder was the primary control point. It's one of them, but it's not the biggest one. Nice pass. Little move here. Oh, there it is. Nice. Got that sucker deep. Ooh. Trading backs. Oh, it was close, head rush. It was deep, man. You had that deep. One of the things our coach is constantly drilling into us is always telling us that turtle is not a position, it is a transition. And so we immediately do like an inverted roll, try to get out. Gotta watch out for the arm bar. Oh, you got it. You're good. There you go. Watch out for that inverted triangle, reverse triangle. 5 belts, Sam. Some schools do stripes for each belt as well, but not all schools do that. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. You're so slippery when you're no-gi. Nice. Yeah, you usually do 4 stripes per belt before jumping a full color. Like we do stripes for white belt at my academy, but we don't do any for stripes for blue or purple or brown. Nice. This control point to head rush, because I just started doing this about like 2-3 months ago, and it has immensely improved my game. And that is concentrating all my pressure into the mandible and making them look away from me. And that keeps them from shrimping into you and pulling half guard and having to get their legs in between you and them. And I was basically what you're doing right here is just really driving into the chin. Because everything, once you see it, so right now he's turning into you, and that's how they get out, right? But if you can keep that from happening, it presents a huge problem for them. I'll show you a video of Chui Jitsu, I think, talking about it. I thought it was really, really good. Here we go. Nice. That was a nice match, man. Really nice. How long have you been training? Freaking A. That was great. That was awesome. Yeah, let me show you this video. This video has been huge for me. Saved. Yeah, you guys gonna look at my super private saved BJJ list here. That's all that's in my. That's awesome, Head Rush. That's all that's in my freaking. Yeah, I think it was Jiu-Jitsu that was talking about it. It was ways. That guy's hair is way cooler than mine. Oh man. Okay, this is it. This video. Yeah, so that becomes the primary point of pressure and tension when you're in side control, whether gi or no gi. When I started doing, I was amazed at how much this little tiny detail. One, it basically stops so many escapes from your side control for the guy on bottom. They have to get they got to be able to move their neck to be able to shrimp towards you. Right? If they can't move their neck and look towards you, they can't shrimp their body towards you. And it stops, it just makes and they might not even realize what's going on. Yeah, shoulder of justice is what he calls it. Anyhow, I that was a game changer for me, still is. And I also started doing that with my arm bars. So, you know, again, it's a detail my coach said 1,000 times, and it's one of those. I just had to hear it finally this one time for it to make sense to me. But that is, I do the same thing when I'm in an arm bar position. So I'm actually using the back of my hamstring, and if I can catch their head soon enough, I'll literally be pushing them looking away from my rear, right? So that just it further isolates the arm. It keeps them from being able to pull their elbow through my legs, and also when they're in this tight up position, they're really trying to crank down. Well, if their arms this way, I'm using my hamstring to push against their own head when I pull on their own arm, and so which makes them want to let go. And so I started getting a lot more finishes with the arm bar without having to fight the hand so much. I'm not, because a lot of times what ends up happening is I got to bring my other foot in and push out their arm or something like that. But if I can not do that and compromise position, I can use my inside leg to squeeze in, pull in, and use my legs going over their head and over their face to push out away from me. If I can catch their chin before they start looking towards me with the arm bar, when they're getting arm barred, and keep their face away from me, it's super difficult to get out at that point. And it keeps them from stacking, because what they want to do is they want to be able to stack in that position. They want to, they're going to want to sit up. Well, they can't sit up if all the pressure in your leg is keeping their face down the mat. Really like that position. But thank you for sharing, Head Rush. Man, I could do jiu-jitsu all night, man. I love this shit, isn't it? Jiu-jitsu is fun. Jiu-jitsu is great. Jiu-jitsu is life. You should do it. You should all do jiu-jitsu. All right, guys. Speaking of jiu-jitsu, we have jiu-jitsu in the morning, so looking forward to that. And yeah, so we'll catch you later. I'm gonna go kind of start winding down for bed, and yeah, So thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate y'all. I like talking martial arts. If you haven't figured that out, so if you guys have any other martial arts questions or anything like that, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna try to have. I need to start recording some more martial arts stuff. I'm gonna try to clip some of this footage and do some stuff with it. So yeah, have a good night, guys. Catch you guys later. Peace.